Hey, fellow projectors. I just want to give you a bit of a, let's call it motivation or something, or inspiration, because I know how hard it is to wait for the invitation or to even, grasp what it means. And don't worry, it's not about grasping all of that. It's not about understanding every bit of your human design chart. It's not about that. It's more like, for me, in my life, when I look back, when I'm doing the retrospective, all the good stuff, like the good stuff in what really brought me good experience and a lot of knowledge and friends and money and whatever, like all the good things that I really needed and never knew that I needed it, came through invitation. And an invitation, you cannot force it. When you're stuck, and that's totally okay. Just surrender to it. Use this stuckness to feel yourself, to feel your body. Use it to really surrender to your body in a way, to your nature. And it can be very tough and it can be very hard. I mean, this time right now, the circumstances pretty much forcing you. Right now I'm in Cyprus and we have a curfew, we have a lockdown, we need to write text for permission to get out and all this stuff. So, Gate 60 is about this restriction, and there's a very nice truth in it. Like Gate 60 says something like, when you accept the restriction, you can go beyond it. And it's always about that. Like as a projector, you're here to go beyond the things that you think you are. And even as a generator or manifestor, whatever, it's about going beyond the stuff of your mind, of your conditioning, of your social conditioning, of all this stuff. And you cannot go beyond with the same thing that limits you. And that's, of course, obviously your mind. Your mind always limits you. And sometimes the surrounding is limiting you, and that's totally okay. I mean, for example, when I let's show you, when I draw something in my little book here, when you use less colors, it's limiting, but at the same time, you have this ability to be very, very creative. When you look back in the time where we had this, Super Nintendo games, they only had 16 colors and they made it pretty good. Like, I mean, when I was a kid, Super Mario was like, whoa, this is so real, it felt real. And now we have, I don't know, like Unreal Engine and all of this stuff and Assassin's Creed and all of these crazy games that look so real, so realistic. I mean, it's always progressing, but you're always limited in a way. And this limitation brings creative power. It brings you the stillness that you need, the pause between the breathing in and the breathing out. That's where the magic happens. Between the notes, all of this stuff that you already heard thousands of times and read it in every book, I guess. So, for example, I did a lot of shamanic stuff. I experienced a lot of shamanic stuff, and I did a lot of shamanic, like ceremonies on my own, because I kind of feel initiated by it. And I got initiated by a woman, and she invited me, and she didn't even know me, And what I recognize about that is it just comes. It just comes to you. You don't need to do anything. And even if you're a generator, you're not here to do. You're not a doer. You're a waiter. Like your mechanic, your nature should wait. Just wait. And I can feel that I have a lot of passion for it. I can feel it here in my throat, like, wow, there's a lot of passion to share this because it's so important. And I know it's hard because it's hard for me too. It's not like that it's easy for me, but I guess if we all share our real experience, our stories about that's what it's about. I mean, you can read a book, yeah, okay, and then what you gonna do with it, with this information? If you don't share it, I mean, most of the channels we have, it's like sharing. It's about sharing. Everybody got collective circuitry somehow with some gates here and there. My only channel, the 6447, is collective. It's about sharing, and I can feel it when I share and when people share. This is the most interesting thing for me because I can learn from it. I don't need to do the same mistakes that they did. That's why we do progress. That's why we evolve in a way. So Whenever you're stuck, don't worry. Don't give these feelings, these sensations a meaning. Just feel them. Just, be aware of them. And you don't even need to, I don't know, oh, this is my open heart center. This is my open this. And no, it's not about that. It's not about, oh, you need to work on this. I need to work on this. This is the mind again. It's always the mind that gets so clever, because the more you evolve, the more your mind evolves too, because your mind is a part of you too. So you cannot get rid of the mind in a way that you think, oh, I'm running faster and then my mind will be ahead. No, it's always on the same level. So the only thing we can do is we can trust our body in our process. Whatever your inner authority is. Mine, for example, is like, I call it environmental authority. I need to talk about stuff. I need to share. I need to talk with this and with this person and all of the stuff. And then clicks and I don't know. And then I have my next moment where I go and I step there and like, okay, now I'm here. Now I surrender to this. Now I see. Now I feel. Let's see what happens. And sometimes invitations don't need to be always like pleasuring, like, oh, this is a very nice invitation, I better take it. No, it's not about that. It can be that you get invited for something that you say like, oh, no, I don't want to do this. Yeah, but maybe it's correct for you. Maybe it's right for you. Maybe it's the thing that you never thought of and just have a wrong picture about it because you never tried, It's like the same, I don't know, with people who never try olives because they say, no, olives is not my thing. My mother didn't like it, so I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. And then when they try it 30 years later, it's like, oh, why I never tried olives? It's so awesome, I know a lot of people who did this actually. So it's, yeah, I try to share a lot of experience that I had through this journey that I live. I embody human design in a way. This is my way because I can read so much, but it doesn't mean shit to me. Yeah, sorry for my language, but it's not even my native language. So I try to transport it in a way that it's really graspable. So please surrender, take your time. You don't need to push, you don't need to do, you don't need to prove, you don't need to hurry up or something. You have all the time you need. It's not about hurrying up. It's not about pressuring yourself. It's not about getting rid of the mind and meditating 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 hours a day. It's not about learning this center and what can I do about this center and then going from therapist to making reading after reading after reading and workshop and movies and audios and all of this shit. No, as long as you're following this, as long as you're stuck in this, I need more information, I need more opinions, I need more other people to whatever, you're still stuck in the mind. Human design at the core is about that you are unique. And that means you need nobody to be yourself. You need nobody to be yourself. You can be yourself whenever, wherever you are, all the time. Just be yourself. And that's the point. Phew. Wow. Yeah. So let's try that, huh? And comment if you have something to say, call me if you have something to say, invite me to, I don't know, let's do a Zoom or whatever. Just get this rolling and share our experience because this is very important, I guess. Yeah, stay healthy and happy and peaceful.